did we generate over 3 million views on TikTok in 1 month, Dan?
Funny you asked that, Lloyd, because we recently did exactly that for one of our clients, Cameo Apples, and this episode is going to be us breaking down how we did it and sharing lessons with the listeners.
Great. And we all know TikTok views pay the bills.
No, you're wrong there. I think we were talking about this before. The 3 million views part of this is impressive, but we've done so much more for that client than just views. Like views is one tiny part of this, isn't it?
I guess we can talk about that as well, about how obviously views and attention for a business are almost always going to be a good thing. But yeah, it's the stuff you do around it and behind that to help businesses achieve and people achieve their goals, I guess. And we can talk about that too.
Yeah. And I mean, one of their key goals was for us to build brand awareness. So getting
in front of 3 million people.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Yeah.
So there's going to be 5 key things we're going to be speaking about. But should we talk a little bit about what we've done for Cameo around?
Yeah. Firstly, Cameo Apples. Very weird. We literally work with a brand of apples.
Yes. Yeah. And for like 5 years now, we've been working with them.
Yeah. And so from a point where I think they weren't overly known by people, we hadn't heard of them before. And thankfully, we've supported them over the years. They're now stocked in UK supermarkets, which is obviously a really big win for Cameo Apples. And yeah, certainly with TikTok and the activity we've been doing this year with TikTok, getting a lot of engagement and people actually asking, this is so weird, but people on TikTok asking about these apples, where they can find them, what they taste like and stuff, which obviously we love Cameo Apples. Thank you, Cameo, for working with us. But I suppose for a brand on TikTok, it's, a piece of fruit isn't a type of thing you think would get this much attention. So I think we might have done a good job.
Yeah, I think this is a key point for anyone listening. If you're thinking, I run a business that maybe isn't that interesting or is to do with a weird niche product, TikTok's not going to be right for it. Like, we've proven that we can literally make apples go viral and get in front of millions of people. So there's a huge opportunity on TikTok to get in front of millions of people. And we're going to break down how you can do that.
We are. And I suppose with this, we've got 3 million views, but also part of this content is, as well as the stuff that gets in loads of attention and awareness, we also have the content that actually shows people where to find the apples, lets them know how they taste and all that stuff, which doesn't sound as exciting, but obviously we need that communication within this content to actually get people to buy these apples and try them and go to the supermarket and that kind of thing.
Yeah.
So
I'd say definitely go and look at the Cameo Apples TikTok account and you'll see when we talk about this, you'll understand their strategy behind it. So it's not just creating funny videos, tapping into trends. Like, there's a key strategy behind that of communicating the key selling points of those apples and why people should buy them, how they should buy them, where they should buy them. So there's a lot of strategy around the content. And I think just going and looking at the account will give you some good insight into like,
and because looking at one of the Cameo Apples TikToks in isolation, a lot of them you probably go, well, how the hell does that help this brand of apples? But when you look at it as a big picture, I think you start to see how it works and how we've managed to support them to achieve the goals they've achieved.
So this is the biggest lesson I think when it comes to TikTok, in terms of having success on TikTok, is consistency and testing equals success.
Yeah.
Like consistently trying and testing different things. And we've spoken about this before, but I see this with my TikTok account as well that we're all creating content for, and the Cameo account. Like, trying and testing lots of different styles of content is the way that you're going to find something that works.
Yeah.
I think what isn't going to work is you once a week posting a random TikTok and like thinking, oh, that's going to do well. It's you need to consistently try and test different styles of TikTok.
What's quite different these days as well to what it's been like in the past on social. Previous platforms that have been blowing up and that we've used in the past, and YouTube, Facebook, Instagram and stuff, quality of content was probably like 80% of it, and then there's 20% of hacks and different things you can do to try and get that content out there. Whereas with TikTok, you do need the quantity of content as well. You need to consistently be creating content and posting it, because even if you look at the Cammy Apples account, I believe we've had over 1 million views on one of them.
Yeah,
We've had hundreds of thousands on a handful of them, but there are still certain TikToks that might get 300 views. So, and you'll see this even on big creators and other really like popular brands and brands that are doing well. No one has cracked it to be able to just get millions or hundreds of thousands of views every time they post a TikTok. There's inconsistencies with everyone. So it is just something with TikTok that you need to do. Make sure you're posting enough and testing enough, like you said, a variety of content to enable you to find those ones that are going to blow up. So you're not, if you're like, let's test TikTok and do 5 posts, that's not going to work as a test.
It really is. That's the thing with TikTok. It really is feast and famine. Like I've got that on my TikTok account as well. I've had a video with over 500,000 views on it, and then post one a couple of days ago gets 400 views. That's why don't be disheartened that you're getting low views consistently. If you keep trying and learning from that and trying and testing different things, something is eventually going to work.
Yeah. And I guess you want those higher numbers more consistently as you move forward, and you want more of those, and that's how you can improve. But just know that in between there are going to be those dips, and I guess that's what's different. So, for example, if 3 years ago we were talking about uploading videos on YouTube, although they go up and down, you wouldn't have one video that had 400 views and another one that had 1 million. They'd all be a bit more consistent. Whereas in TikTok, that's pretty common. Yeah.
Another key tip is to get inspiration from outside of your industry. I think this isn't just like a TikTok tip. This is a marketing tip in general. Some of our best, most successful campaigns and ideas that we've run for our clients and ourselves have come from TikTok creators that are nothing to do with our industry. So there's one example. If you've seen our content on LinkedIn, you'll see that we posted the video that's like about a GCSE drama class doing an advert for a marketing agency. We got that idea from a TikTok creator called Jack Joseph, who's like a 20-something-year-old TikTok creator that produces these funny, entertaining skits and sketches that kind of taps into Gen Z and millennial culture. One of the things he does is basically take the piss out of what is like in a GCSE drama class. Really funny. And we saw that, and we wanted to create our own version that wasn't just a funny video, but we wanted to create one that actually helped sell our marketing agency services.
Yeah.
So we wrote a script that was like an advert for us, delivered it in the style of the GCSE drama class, did incredibly well. And we actually recently won a big contract with a well-known brand because of that video.
Yeah. And we've spoken about getting inspiration from outside your industry in a lot of cases over the years, because we think it's so important, basically. But the main thing I think is if you're just getting inspiration, so say you're in double glazing windows and there's 3 or 4 double glazing window companies on TikTok. Think how restrictive it is to be inspired by those other 3 or 4 double glazing window companies rather than the other millions of creators and businesses and people around the world. And I think it's just, I don't know why we do it, but we do look at people similar to ourselves and think, oh, what can we learn from them? When actually there's this massive pool of people all over the world and businesses that are doing great stuff. And we found pulling inspiration from those for us and for our clients, and even like your favorite comedian, celebrities that are creating stuff that are great, and these massive influencers and that kind of thing, or just businesses outside of your industry. There's so many places you can get great inspiration and develop that to produce something much better than you would have done.
Do you think there's such thing as an original idea?
Oh, we're getting deep, are we?
No, but do you as a completely original idea?
No, there's nothing just comes from your brain. There's always input that you've received over the years. So when we come up with content ideas, I mean, we had a meeting yesterday. We were talking about ideas, and then we spoke about a certain type of video, and then we'd seen a TikTok that was a similar style.
We thought we could do a better version.
We're like, oh yeah, that's the sort of thing we want to create. And I think we're quite open about that. I think some people try and pretend everything's original because but we all the time we're like, right, where can we be inspired from? Let's take the good bits from all these brilliant pieces of content and creators and try and do something even better ourselves. So yeah, I don't think there's ever an original idea. It's always getting inspired by different things.
Even that GCSE drama video that we we copied the concept from Jack Joseph. Other people commented it after saying, "Oh, is this from something called Legs Akimbo, which is like this comedy sketch thing from years ago?" And I watched it, and it's literally Jack Joseph has obviously got inspiration from that,
right?
Because it's the same style, 3 people standing there acting out like a GCSE drama class, and then we've got inspiration from him.
And
so
if you're inspired by things, but you add your own bits that can make it even better. For example, in our GCSE drama class does a marketing ad video, there's a bit where, because I did GCSE drama, and I haven't seen Jack Joseph do this, but we had letters on a piece of paper, like spelling words and like spinning around each other. That was something that I saw in a GCSE drama performance at school, and I thought like, oh yeah, we got to add that. That'd be really good. And that's one of the funniest parts of it, when we're spelling out ROI and then hiding the R and saying oi, and it's cringy.
It's very cringe, but cringe on purpose. Yeah,
so you add your own spin on things, your own creativity, and improve it and do an even better job. So we're not saying just copy people. But if you're not creative, just copy people.
But yeah, TikTok is a great platform to get that inspiration from, because there's so much.
Talking about just copying people.
Yeah.
There's nothing really stopping people literally doing that, is there?
No,
it's weird.
Yeah, I guess there's no like law.
If we created a good TikTok that got 1 million views, another agency could just go, right, let's just do that then.
Well, I think that's what's already happened. What already happens.
Okay.
But I think I'm very open to the fact that, like, I wouldn't be annoyed if another agency saw what we did and copied it.
Yeah.
I think like we're constantly seeing what other people are doing outside of our industry, and like when we come up with our ideas for Knowlton content, I'll send you a video and be like, "Oh, this is hilarious! We've got to do a version of this," and then we'll do something with our own spin on it. And I think that's fine if other people do that as well. Like, yeah,
copy our TikToks.
Yeah. Another really important tip and takeaway from TikTok is to not just go down the rabbit hole of creating content that just gets views, that isn't actually supporting your overall strategy. Like, I think there's a lot of styles of TikTok that can just get views, that are just funny videos. But if it's not actually, like we said with Cameo Apples, there's a lot of strategy behind the things we're communicating in there to really sell the product and show why it's a better product than its competitors. Like this, with us, a lot of our TikTok content is clips from this podcast where we're talking about things to do with marketing, examples of client case studies, literally like we are now. So it's all going to attract that audience of marketers who are interested in what we have to say and help our overall strategy of attracting more clients as an agency.
Do you think there's any place in a strategy for TikTok for businesses for those videos that just get views and attention?
Yes, I do. Totally. Like I even think in last week's episode, we spoke about some posts I did on LinkedIn, slightly different platform, but on LinkedIn that did really well, that were kind of sarcastic posted with BS stuff that's happening in the marketing world. They weren't necessarily helping us show how brilliant we are as a business, but they got huge reach. So in terms of like looking at a customer journey, we want that huge reach at the start of that journey to get more marketers listening to what we're doing. Then we can talk about cool case studies and how we've helped clients and that kind of thing. So there's definitely a place on TikTok as well for creating fun, entertaining, relatable content to your target market.
Even if you are just getting views at that point and attention from, so say you reach 1 million people, the chances are it's a numbers game. Like 10,000 of those are going to be relevant people that could be future customers of yours.
Yeah.
Because it's just a numbers game. And I guess those people will then need to see much more stuff that's going to be relevant to them making the decision to work with you.
Exactly.
But if you reach that amount of people, it's going to help. As long as they're not completely different to your target market. Like some people might, you can do weird stuff and get like loads of views from India or Russian bots and stuff. Yeah. Obviously that's not going to help you.
No.
But if you're doing it genuinely for people in your target audience, it's going to definitely help.
I think another really key point is to get the most out of the time you're investing in TikTok is to repurpose your TikTok on other short form vertical video platforms. So we've seen by repurposing TikToks and posting them on things like YouTube Shorts, Instagram Reels, we've got huge reach from just downloading TikTok videos using a tool called SnapTik that takes the watermark off of them, then uploading those exact videos to those other platforms. Doesn't take a lot of time at all, and you're really going to get more amplification of your content. And that, like, YouTube Shorts and Reels is a similar type of platform to TikTok in the fact that it's like a discovery platform. So you don't have to have huge numbers of followers to allow your videos to reach lots of people. You can have a small amount of followers and reach huge audiences.
We've also found between those platforms, strangely, sometimes what works on TikTok, different videos work on Instagram Reels, or different ones work on YouTube Shorts. And I guess that's part of it, I think, is luck, like in when you post it and how the first few people view it and if they like it and that kind of thing, because that's how these things work. And part of it, I guess, is the slight differences in the algorithms and the type of content that these platforms want to be seen by lots of people on their platforms. But it gives you've put the work in to create the content, and it gives it another chance at reaching loads of people.
Yeah, exactly. And I guess the final kind of key takeaway is to make the most of the free tools and resources out there. So, for example, just to go through a few, I mentioned Snaptic, which is a really great free tool to download TikToks without the watermark to amplify them on those other platforms. There's also a really good blog called later.com, which is also like a social scheduling tool for Instagram.
Yeah.
They've got a weekly blog that they write with all of the top TikTok trends. Okay. So, like tapping into TikTok trends is a great way of getting exposure with your content.
Yeah.
They break down each week what's trending that week and how to tap into that trend. They'll be like, oh, in this one, you have to do this weird thing where the music stops and you write something on the screen that says this, They've also got one for Reels as well, things that are trending on Reels. And there's another one, Trend Bible.
I've heard of that.
Trend Bible. It's a woman who does a similar thing, and when things are trending, she posts them on her account so that people can.
Yeah, there's just so many free resources, aren't there, that if you want to improve, you want to learn about this, you want to do better, you can use these free resources. You don't need to buy a TikTok course from someone and pay lots of money.
Something I'm really impressed with is TikTok analytics. Like, this is a hidden gem that not many people are speaking about. Like, you can see with each of the TikToks you post, they've got a retention graph that shows you exactly when people are dropping off. So even if you're posting content for other platforms, like, post it on TikTok just for how good the analytics are, because you can literally see in the parts of the video when people are stopping watching, and you can think, maybe I went on too much about a certain point in that part. We can change that.
In that, can't you? And adapt over time. Really, really helpful. Like we're saying about these free things that can help you. Other platforms, you can't see analytics that are that good. So you can't kind of go, oh, okay, that didn't work quite as well. Let's adapt that. So being able to do that for every single thing you post is a great opportunity.
I do think one more quick bonus tip, something that I found really useful when like thinking of content ideas for TikTok, is actually spending more time on TikTok. Actually consuming content and understanding the things that are trending. You'll start to see more things come up in your For You page that people are tapping into. And even like our team here, when they're coming up with ideas for Cameo TikToks, they're all consuming content on there, so they all bring different ideas to the table.
They're definitely working, aren't they? when they're on TikTok, they're just doing research for Cameo Apples and our other clients. Yeah.
So spend more time on TikTok, basically.
Yeah. I might do some research later.
No, Lloyd.
I sound like a boomer boss. Oh yeah, on TikTok, are you? Yeah, that doesn't sound like work.
So yeah, hopefully this has been a shorter episode, but hopefully those tips and insights will help you on your TikTok journey. And
short and good.
Yeah. And we'll see you next week.